Today you're at John Watling's Distillery, which is housed at the 1789 Buena Vista Estate. The Buena Vista Estate, just to put it in perspective, was built when George Washington was President of the United States or at the start of the French Revolution. This place has a glorious history. It's infused with the history of the Bahamas. In this first room, what we do is we retell the story of the Bahamas, starting with Christopher Columbus, who landed on San Salvador Island in 1492. The indigenous population either died from disease or were transferred to work camps over in the Dominican Republic. For the next 200 years, the islands don't have anybody living here until King Charles in 1647, he basically allows a group of British Puritans from Bermuda to come over and to settle the island of Eleuthera. At that time, he also gifts the islands to 6 Lord Proprietors from the Carolinas. During this time, our namesake, John Watling, he was an English buccaneer from the 17th century who had landed on San Salvador Islands and renamed it Watling Islands. So basically, the city that we're in right now is Nassau. The previous city that used to be on this site was called Charlestown. That was burned down by the Spanish in retribution for the pirates that used to reside here. There was the infamous pirate Blackbeard, that he lived out east. You can still see his tower over there. And also female pirates, Anne Bonny, Mary Read. Areas of this building here, the top part was built during the 1940s, but it's built on top of the foundation of old slave cottages. And outside, you'll be able to see some of the other original buildings that exist on the site. Basically, we began restoring the site in 2010. It took us around 14 months in order to complete the restoration. During that time, one day I got a phone call from my business partner and he goes, "I found something." And this is what he found. Basically, it's a hand-carved well. It measures 7.4 feet in diameter and it goes down 74 feet. This was actually part of a tunnel system that the British were actually building from Fort Charlotte all the way to Government House. Our rum is aged anywhere from 2 to 5 years, okay, depending on which product we're creating. What you're smelling right now is actually called the angel share. We lose around 5% of the product per year due to evaporation. Just to put it in perspective, in Scotland and in France, you lose around a 0.2 to a 0.5%, but here in the Caribbean, since it's so hot, the aging process is accelerated. Everything's hand-filled, hand-labeled, hand-corked, and each bottle is individually stamped with its own identification number.